Hey guys, Christy Neese here. I was reading this morning in chapter 37 of Psalms, and I just wanted to share that with you tonight because we saw this week, we watched the presidential State of the Union address. Probably you watched it. I know that there was millions of people watching it around the country, and I watched it, enjoyed it very much. But the words of President Trump, I thought, in my opinion, were spoken very eloquently. They were very well thought out and in times compassionate as he brought forth the different stories of individuals within this country that have gone through tragedy and triumph and just different stories. I thought it was very touching. But, at the same time, many of the congressional members there who disagreed with what the president had to say sat stone-faced or even gritted their teeth at times and just seethed with anger and hatred. And so it reminded me this morning as I was reading in chapter 37 here. I just want to read this to you. It says here in verse 12, "The wicked plot against the righteous and gnash their teeth at them. But the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he knows their day is coming." The Bible calls some of this behavior wicked. But, we can point fingers all day long at different ones, in the media, different ones in government, different ones they're acting wickedly. But, sometimes the fingers have to come back at us. And I was thinking, as I was reading this chapter, how many times have I been in that wicked category? How many times has, someone come into the room that I didn't really like, and those thoughts start running through my head about that person, or somebody mentions somebody's name, and that just doesn't sit well with me, how many times have I kind of chuckled under my breath when I have heard someone that I didn't really care for, maybe someone who's, hurt me in some way, when they've experienced hard times. We all do that. We go through that. We're human, and we get wounded in this world. And those wounds by other people, they hurt. And a lot of times we have a hard time forgiving. But as we go through this chapter, I was looking, and it says here, refrain from anger and turn from wrath. Do not fret, it leads only to evil, for evil men will be cut off. We don't want to be cut off from the Lord. That's not a good place to be. And I was thinking, there's so many people out there who are so angry and so bitter and so full of hatred. And if they don't turn and repent and come back to the Lord and give that anger over to Him, it says that they will be cut off. But it also says, but those who hope in the Lord will inherit the land. My word is hope. I love that word. I named my ministry after that word. God is the only one that can give us true hope. And when we put our faith and trust in Him, even when we have been wronged, even when we have been treated unfairly, even when things have been stacked against us, people have come against us, and we feel like, I've been raked through the coals. If we turn that over to the Lord and allow Him to do the work, allow Him to fight on our behalf, allow Him to help us to forgive, we can't do it in our own strength. But when He comes into our lives and we allow Him to get into our heart and our mind, and He begins to do the work and begins to soften us. And it says here that we will inherit the land. We will inherit the kingdom. When we accept the Lord and we are His and He's working in us, we have an inheritance, and that is a glorious place to be. So I just want to encourage you tonight. We can be one of two people. We can be a peacemaker, or we can be a peace breaker. And I think Tuesday night we saw those two different kinds of people in that room. We saw peacemakers and we saw peace breakers. And I want to choose to be the peacemaker. I want to be that person that will go across party lines. I want to be that person that will forgive and try to make peace with others that maybe I don't even agree with. I want to try to bridge that gap. And I hope that you will choose to be that as well, because we know that God sees all, He knows all, and with His help, we can make a difference in this world. We can make a difference in our own lives with His help. All right, so that's just the message I have for tonight. Just thought I'd share. Talk to you later.